Welcome to Project Greenwich. What I'd like to talk about today is a timeline service we've built for people to create and share their own timelines online. This grew out of some earlier work we did, where one of the designers in our group, Richard Banks, inherited a box of photographs from his grandfather. He wanted to look through those photographs and memorialise his grandfather's life, so he built a time card, which was a device to display the timeline that he'd built on his mantelpiece at home. We liked the device so much we then deployed this in a number of people's homes to try and understand how they'd use timelines and their own content to tell stories about their own lives or about stuff they cared about. One of the things we found was that people wanted to share those stories online, so we ended up building a timeline sharing service, and that's what Project Greenwich is. The kind of things we're interested in sharing can be seen from the home page here. We've got things like, here we have a timeline that someone's done of the first few years of their daughter's life. So this is a timeline that, as you can see, is really full up with content. You get that real sense of the explosion of interest that you have in one person's life when your own family unit is suddenly exploded by this new person arriving. So you can click in on the photos, you can walk through them, you can add text to them. You could even add items that are purely text. But there are other things that people want to explore through this kind of temporal content. So we have things like essentially the kind of stuff kids would do for homework. So this is an example of a timeline that just shows the different presidents of the United States. One of the things we became fascinated by was when you build these timelines, you often want to compare your own content with what else was going on in the world. So this juxtaposition of one life with, say, some professionally curated stuff became important for us. And we have the ability within this system to lay two timelines side by side. And then there's also, you might just want to look at your own life. So we have a timeline that Gordon Bell's done, just laying out some key moments from his own life in a timeline. So this service is up and out there now. It's an alpha, so we're not saying it works perfectly well, but you're free to go along, sign up, try it out, make your own timelines, share them on Twitter, on Facebook, and see some of the other stuff that people have done.